I've gained a lot more self-respect and discipline for the things that I do. I've become a lot more flexible and I stay in shape easier than I used to, and I'm more aware of everything that I'm doing, and I think the consequences that'll happen both mentally and physically.
Being in Kickstart really helps build confidence with yourself, because you learn self-defense, and you learn how to kind of stand up for yourself, and it also gives you courage, as I'm sure one of these posters say. And I don't know, it helped me to meet a lot of friends. Like, most of my friends are already here, and I've met a bunch of them here, and it's really a kind of a build-up.
I think of Kickstart as a great place to motivate me and help me improve in everything, in every type of way. I think it has helped me a lot because when I first started here, I was really shy, and it helps me a lot it motivates me to, get out there and show everybody what I'm capable of doing.
I would recommend Kickstart because it teaches you respect, discipline, courage, all these things that you would need out in the real world. Because if you just go to an average day job and you have no courage at all, and you're applying for the job, and someone walks in with as much confidence as they can, they're probably going to get the job than you are. And plus, if you need discipline, then you can just stay still.
What we do is we focus less on the scholastic aspect and get behind the scenes. Most people learn the language, they learn English, Spanish, whatever, but very few people learn the body language aspect, and so that's what we try to do. So we can attack the 90% of communication that goes unspoken, and that's what creates people that know what they're doing, people that get their jobs, people that take over in society. So the school district, oftentimes we'll approach a school district and say, this is what we do, are you interested? And then the school district will say, well, yeah, and we're a partnership with them.
I feel students are gaining some self-confidence, higher self-esteem about themselves, them realizing that the effort they put out is really great for my class, considering we're participation. So if I see you participating, I know that you're working hard. General hard work, putting yourself out there, just being a great kid, and it's tough. Been seeing a lot of great things, hearing a lot of great things. I know students are being a little bit better with attitude and behavior. I know students are getting some work turned in on time when they'd had issues with that before. Parents are letting me know that their child has changed some behaviors at home as well as at school. Some of the smaller things like goofing in class, hands and feet to yourselves, that's continuing to clean up. So a lot of self-control being put in, positive self-control.
Probably the best feedback I've seen is that when teachers are having difficulty in other classes with my students, they'll contact me and say, this person's struggling in this area, can you talk to them? And then they'll send them to me, and more often than not I'm able to straighten them out, because the teachers deserve the respect that they ask for. So when they're able to redirect, the kids actually internalize it, and they're able to take on probably a heavier school load than other students who aren't in the program.
I've learned how to keep myself from getting out of control, because I had anger issues. So if anybody were to hit me or to push me but on accident, I'd get mad easily. But Kickstart has helped me control all my anger and helped me get used to it.
He makes everybody understand, he takes care of the kids, and he helps personally, and he does the class with us, he's learning himself.
The most rewarding thing for me is when the students take over what they have to do without me saying it, because that means I've done my job. I don't like to be bossy unless I have to. These guys, as intelligent as every single one of these kids are, when they're able to pick up on the cues, I know that I can step back and then they're going to be fine. More and more I've learned that these guys, they may look like kids, but a lot of them are going through adult situations which I wish I could save them from. Some of them have gone through something very hard, harder than they have a right to. So, and some people have some kind of mental deficiencies which make them not as well developed in other areas, but massively developed in other directions. So I have had parents come to me and say, I mean, my kid has Down syndrome, this is very good for him, and or my kid has anger issues, and since going through this, they've learned to be more peaceful with their siblings as they go home and take their frustration out on their siblings. So in here they got a more positive outlet. They know that A, it hurts to get hit, and B, they shouldn't hit. So yeah, I mean, punching and kicking is one thing, but the real structure of the family and the personality and self-esteem, that's what we're aiming for. I think we've done our job as far as I'm concerned.
6 years, I want to say I've taught over 1,000 students. First year started with 165. Our goal is always 135. But if that many students want to be in my program, then we'll get them in. This year had 256. But the last few years have been 250 plus. So recruiting is never an issue. Kids like the program, they want to be in the program, and that kind of benefits the program just itself, knowing that it must be a great program for those students to already want to be in it, even though they're not registered at Jane Long Middle School.